Good day, everyone. I am Jemboy Gracio, and today I'm going to report the continuation of our topic, the conversion cycle. As we all know, and as we discussed earlier, conversion cycle exists in services and retail industries. There are six types of internal control will be discussed in this chapter. The first one is the transaction authorization. The second one is the segregation of duties. The supervision. The fourth one is access. The fifth one is accounting records. And the last one is independent verification. Under transaction authorization, it has order tickets, move tickets, and material requisition. Order tickets reflect legitimate needs based on sales forecast and finished goods on hand. Through move tickets, signatures for cash, workstation authorize the movement of batch through work centers. And the last one is the materials requisition. Authorize the warehouse to release materials to the work centers. The second type is segregation of duties. The separation of RM and raw materials and finished goods inventory custody. We have here the cost accounting in work centers, the general ledger from other accounting functions. Segregation of duties is the concept of having one more than one person to complete a task. This activity is kept separate from the material store room and from the finished and warehouse function which have custody of this asset. Cost accounting function accounts of the working process and should be separate from the work centers in the production processes. General ledger from other accounting function to maintain the independence of the general ledger function as a verification step in the general ledger department must be separate from departments keeping subsidiary accounts. The third type is supervision. Supervision is the usage of raw materials. The supervisors and the work centers oversee the usage of raw materials in the production process. This helps to ensure that all materials released from the stores are used in production and that list is minimized. Then under supervision, we have timekeeping, the last part. Timekeeping of the employees focuses on the time cards and jobs tickets must also doubt to be checked for accuracy. Timekeeping activities are also reviewed. Controlling access to different parts are also reviewed. Then the fourth one is the access. Access. The access is the controlling access to different parts of an accounting system via passwords, lockout, and electronic access logs can keep unauthorized users out of the system while providing a way to audit the usage of the system to identify source of errors, discrepancies, direct and indirect assets of assets allowed during the conversion cycle. Then the fifth one is the accounting records. The objective of the control technique is to establish an audit rule for cash instruction in the conversion cycle. This is accomplished through the use of recorders, cost sheets, move tickets, job tickets, material requisitions, the work in process file, and the finished goods inventory file. The last types of internal control, which is the independent verification. Independence verification involves the review, comparison, and reconciliation of data prepared by employees. Cost accounting function reconciles the materials and labor usage taken from materials requisition and job tickets with prescribed standards. GL reconcile overall system. The general ledger department checks the total movement of products from working process to finished works. Finally, internal and external auditors periodically verify the raw materials and finished goods inventory on hand through a physical count. Verification should be made periodically or on a surprise basis. It should be done by an employee independent of the personnel responsible for the information. Take note that the person who is responsible for that information will be given the rights to do or to collect the information. World-class company continuously improve all aspects of their operations and are highly customer-oriented. Most of them adopt the lean manufacturing model. But before that, we should also first we should determine what is lean manufacturing model and its importance on the operation and the operations rather. Lean manufacturing model is known evolved from Toyota production system, which is based on a just-in-time production model. Since from the definition itself, the production model examines production with the goal of increasing company. So the best example is the Toyota production system, since it is based on just-in-time production model. This illustration is the principles of lean manufacturing model. So definitely we have here the seven lean principles. The first one is the full processing. The second one is the perfect quality. The third one is waste minimization. The third one is inventory production. The fourth one is production flexibility. The sixth one is established supplier relations, and the seventh one, which is very important to all operations, the team attitude. Pull processing is the pulling of products from the consumer and rather than pushing them from the production end. The second one is the perfect quality, which is the success of the pull processing model requires zero defects in raw mats, work in process, and finished goods inventory to arrive at the best quality. The third one is the waste minimization. All activities that do not add value and maximize the use of scarce resources must be eliminated. The fourth one is the inventory reduction. Inventory reduction cuts costs, remove over product, and reduces production problems. The fourth one is the production flexibility. Inventory reduction cut costs, removes overproduction, and reduces production problems. The sixth one is the established supplier relations. A firm must have established in cooperative relationships with vendors to avoid discrepancies. The last one is the team attitude. Lean manufacturing heavily on the team attitude of all employees involved in the process. Each employee must be vigilant of problems that threaten the continuous flow operation of the production line. So there are techniques and technologies to promote lean manufacturing. So we have here the first technologies will be the physical reorganization of the production facilities. Reorganization is based on flows through cells which shorten the physical distance between the activities. This reduces setup and processing time, handling costs, and inventories. Then we have the islands of technology. Sorry. We have traditional approach to automation. Traditional approach to automation consists of many different types of machine which require a lot of setup. Time machines and operations are organized in functional departments. Then we have the islands of technology. Islands of technology, an environment in which automation exists in the form of islands that stand alone. Then we have computer numerical controlled machine. Computer numerical controlled machines It reduces the complexity of the physical logout. It is arranged group itself to proceed to produce an entire part from start to finish. Since we are now in technology, um, we are using computer, right? So this is the time where we're able to create the complexity and accuracy that we are going to produce. Then we have computer integrated manufacturing. Computer integrated manufacturing is a completely automated environment which employs automated storage and retrieval systems and robotics. We have here the automated storage and retrieval systems. Automated storage and retrieval systems is a traditional forklifts and their human operators with computer controlled conveyor systems. Then the robotics, which we are gonna mention earlier, uses special ANC machines that are useful in performing hazardous, difficult, and monotonous tasks. Then we have the computer-aided design. Computer-aided design, it allows firms to be more responsive to market demands. It increases engineers' productivity and it improves accuracy. Then we have the computer-aided manufacturing, the last technology. Computer-aided manufacturing, it uses computers to control the physical manufacturing process. It provides greater precision, speed, and control the human production processes. So, what's wrong with traditional accounting information? So, as we all know that in everything we have the pros and cons. So, what is the pros and cons in traditional accounting information? Then, in this chapter, we should determine what are those. What's wrong with traditional accounting information? I will give you the most common deficiencies of its standard accounting system. An inaccurate cost allocations optimization changes the relationship between direct labor, direct materials, and overhead costs. It promotes non-lean behavior incentives to produce large batches and inventories and conceal waste in overhead allocations. For that, we have time lag. Time lag, data lag due to assumption the control can be applied after the fast to commit errors rather. Then, since we are more on talking about conversion cycles, so we are talking about money, right? Or the financial instrument. So the financial orientation, the currency is the standard unit of measure. Activity-based costing is a cost accounting paradigm centered around activities in cost objects instead of products. Standard. Standard cost in cost allocation to products. We have activity, cost object and activity driver. The following are the disadvantages and advantages of an activity-based costing. We have here the value stream accounting. Value stream accounting, the complexity is of activity-based costing have caused many firms to abandon this method in favor of a simpler accounting model called value stream accounting. We have here all the steps in the process are essential to product. Value stream cut across functions and department. Capture cost value stream rather than by department activity. Simpler than ABC accounting makes no distinction between direct and indirect cost, including labor cost. What are those information systems that supports lean manufacturing model? So here, manufacturing resource planning, it ensures adequate materials for a production processes, and maintains the lower possible level of inventory on hand. So to further explain with you guys, manufacturing resource planning, it produces production and purchasing schedules and other information need now to control information with process. Then the second one is the manufacturing resource planning. It is the extension of MRP and a system for coordinating the activities of the entire firm. Then the last part of our report is the enterprise resource planning system. Enterprise resource planning systems use commercial software packages that supports the information needs of the entire organization, not just the manufacturing functions. So, to explain further, it automates and business functions, along with full financial and managerial reporting complexity or capability rather. So that would be all. Thank you for listening.